What if your greatest moment looked like your worst failure? What if the pain you're in now isn't breaking you, but building the version of you the world tried to silence? Have you ever looked up at the sky and asked, why me? Why do the good people suffer? Why do the ones who hurt us walk free? Why does it feel like life hits the kind ones hardest? If you've ever felt that way, you're not weak, you're not crazy, you're waking up. And what you're feeling isn't the end. It's the beginning of something sacred. This is the rock bottom mindset shift. And once you learn to see it, you'll never suffer the same way again. We were taught that if we're good, life will be good to us, that kindness guarantees kindness in return, that doing the right thing will always bring reward. But that's not how the world works, and the Stoics knew it. They didn't teach comfort, they taught clarity. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that matters." So let me ask you, are you responding or just reacting? When you hit rock bottom, it's easy to feel like the world is against you, but maybe the world isn't cruel. Maybe it's just raw, unfiltered, brutal, honest. And maybe that's exactly what we need to wake up. There's a kind of anger that isn't loud. It doesn't scream, it doesn't throw things. It sits in your chest like a stone, a deep, quiet frustration that whispers, "This isn't fair. You did everything right. You stayed loyal. You kept quiet when you could have fought back. You forgave. You gave your best. And still, you got the worst." Have you ever been there? That's not weakness. That's the furnace of character being lit. Seneca once wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Pain is a strange teacher. It doesn't give lectures, it gives tests. And sometimes the test isn't about passing, it's about proving that you're unbreakable. If any of this is hitting home, I want you to do something for me right now. Drop a comment and tell me, what's one thing you survived that nobody clapped for? And if you're finding meaning in this message, don't forget to subscribe to the Forgotten Chapters, where the truth you're feeling finally has a voice. Now, back to the fire that makes us. Rock bottom isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's silent. No big moment, no breakdown, just emptiness. Waking up and feeling nothing. Staring at your phone, waiting for a message that won't come. Sitting in a room full of people and still feeling completely alone. Do you know that feeling? That's what Stoics called the battlefield of the inner life. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful men in history, wrote in his journal, not as an emperor, but as a man who knew pain. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Strength doesn't always look like winning. Sometimes it looks like not giving up, even when nothing makes sense. What if suffering isn't a curse? What if it's a gift, but a painful one? A gift that strips away all the fake smiles, all the shallow friendships, all the noise and distraction, until only the real you is left. Think about it. Before the pain, you were chasing approval. Now you're craving truth. Before the storm, you needed noise. Now you crave peace. Suffering didn't destroy you, it refined you. And that is something this world will never teach you, because pain doesn't sell, but it saves. If this is helping you see your struggle in a new light, hit that like button. But more importantly, share this with someone who feels like giving up. We don't rise alone, we rise together. And here on the Forgotten Chapters, every broken heart has a seat at the table. Let's keep going. We look at ourselves during hard times and say, I'm a mess, I'm broken, I failed. But what if that breakdown was the first real breakthrough? You weren't broken, you were being rebuilt, piece by piece. Not into who you were, but into who you were meant to be. That version of you that doesn't beg to be loved, that doesn't chase people who never cared, that knows their value, even when no one else sees it. The Stoics didn't believe in fate without action. They believed in becoming through every loss, every scar, every sleepless night. You're not who the world says you are. You're who the fire is making you. Here's the twist no one tells you. Rock bottom is a place, but it's also a platform. It's the only place where all the false identities fall away. The ego, the performance, the pressure, and what's left? A soul, stripped, honest, awake. From that ground, you don't rise with pride. You rise with purpose, and that's stronger than any title, job, or reputation. As Epictetus said, no man is free who is not master of himself. You want freedom? Don't wait for life to be fair. Take control of your inner world, because once you do that, no one can ever take it from you again. Pause for a second. What's one thing rock bottom taught you? Comment below. Someone might need to read it right now. Your story matters more than you know. And if you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button to the Forgotten Chapters Healing, because here, every pain has a purpose. Every chapter has a reason. This one might hurt. The world isn't going to say sorry. They're not going to apologize for the betrayal, for the heartbreak, for the opportunity that passed you by. But guess what? You don't need their apology to heal. Let that sink in. You've been holding your breath, waiting for someone else's guilt to free you. But freedom isn't something you're given. It's something you claim. Right now, right here. This is your permission to move on, to stop bleeding over people who never deserved your kindness, to stop explaining your worth to those committed to misunderstanding you. You are allowed to live. live fully, freely, fearlessly. Maybe life didn't go how you thought it would. Maybe you lost people you thought would always be there. Maybe your dream shattered, but you're still here, breathing, healing, becoming. And that means the story's not over. You are not the failure. You are the fighter. You are not the ending. You are the author. So pick up the pen, turn the page, and write a new chapter. If this message spoke to something deep inside you, don't keep it to yourself. Like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs it. And most importantly, subscribe to the Forgotten Chapters where pain becomes purpose and every soul finds its strength. Because your suffering doesn't disqualify you. It qualifies you to lead others through the dark, not by pretending to have it all together, but by showing them that healing is real. You hit rock bottom, but now you rise. Not in spite of it, but because of it. Welcome to your next chapter.